Hi folks, this is Karim Rao from our IT Visualizer channel. Today we continue our lab matrix labs, the video number 32. We have been discussing in the previous video the following. We have been still working on discussing the rep admin tool, which is a very important tool to troubleshoot replication of Active Directory database. We have discussed the different switches for this rep admin tool, and we have stopped the last time at the rep summary switch, which is a switch that when added to the rep admin exe file, it will generate a summary of all of the replications done by all of the domain controllers. It can be arranged by the source and the destination, and it can be arranged by errors, it can be arranged by failures, it can be arranged by percentage of failures. Okay, so this is like a summary for all of the replications done by the Active Directory or the replications done by the domain controllers concerning the Active Directory databases. And we have seen how we can create a schedule task to run this uh, uh, tool by the switch of rep summary, and we can have a text file every day, for example, for a month, so we can see the replication process during the whole month and see if there is any errors, and we can make it for future reference to see if we need to adjust something in our network. So today we will continue working with the switches for the rep admin. Today we will discuss very important switch called showrepl and showutdvec. Okay, showrepl, it is like a switch that will show the replication process but in more details. We know that REPL summary will show a brief explanation about all of the replications done by all of the domain controllers in very brief and very short output. But for the show REPL, it will show all of the replications in details from, for example, inbound replication and outbound replication. And I think it will not or it is more detailed than REPL summary. Let's see how ChatGPT will discuss this. So what I have done, I have taken this text concerning the REPL rep admin show REPL, and this is from the Microsoft website, and I ask ChatGPT 4o and Claude 3.5 Sonnet to discuss or to explain it in layman terms. Let's see how it will be explained. Very, very good explanation, but there is something here. If you need to export the show ripple or the data displayed by show ripple, we need to put after slash CSV, we need to put the destination to export this data to a format CSV. Okay, this is not the correct syntax. If we go to Mr. Low let me show you summary here. So here it is. This is the command ripple admin slash show ripple star for all of the domain controllers. All, I think this is for all of the it's equivalent to the ripsto and con. This is will show the outbound connections. Okay, I think this was discussed before. So all we have already seen what all means. As for CSV, we need to specify the location of the CSV file. Okay, so this is the correct syntax. Okay, so let's see the answer of Claude 3.5 Sonnet about this or what is show ripple. Let's see that. So this is the answer of Claude as we can see here. Uh, Here it didn't say it is related to Active Directory, but it is explaining it in general, okay? But it said domain controller. So anyway, it is very, very simple explanation, and actually it is to the point. It's very, very simple, so anyone without any IT background can understand it. So here I'm asking you to explain the different switches. He didn't explain the different switches for the rip admin slash show ripple. So let's tell him to discuss it. Okay, so saying here, just a moment. So as we can see here, this is the answer of Claude. It's very simple. If we go to the slides of Mr. Low van der Poel, if we go to these are the different syntax, and it was discussed by ChatGPT 4.0 and Sonnet and Claude 3.5 Sonnet. And here is, okay, just a moment. This is uh, the syntax, and then this is the output. If you try, for example, to run showrepl against a certain domain controller for a certain or on a certain domain controller, okay, running showrepl against full I think this for all of the partitions. So I am showing replication on a certain domain controller for all of the Active Directory database partitions. As we can see here, this is the output, okay, and each one of the partitions, the configuration partition, the schema partition, and here is the command to export the output of the show REPL, okay, for all of the DCs. Okay, and this will be like that. You can export it to Excel sheet, and this will be the output. Okay, so you can see it in this format. I can show you all this format here. I have it already. So if you go there and see the format, if you go there and open, I think replication maybe, noted the REPL summary. I think this is in a DC diag. So I think this is, here it is. This is it. No, this is not that. I think it is in another one. If you go to the replication, not the repl summary, I think this is different one. Okay, so this is, okay, this is the show repl. Okay, this is in CSV, or let me show it is CSV or not. This is in Notepad. I think we can, I think I don't have the output. Anyway, so I will show you all in a video how we can get this output, but anyway, you can simply get this output by just opening it or export it and then open it in Excel sheet, okay? And we will stop here at update sequence number. We will continue. Uh, so we need to have this command to be explained in real world example. So let's see, I'm asking you to explain using real world example the show repl command. Let's see if we can have an example to explain it further. So this is the answer of ChatGPT when I ask it to ChatGPT 4o to give an example on this command. So let's see the answer of Claude 3.5. So let's see, all of these are examples to explain the repadmin slash showrepl. We have already our domain, which is matrix domain. We have two domain controllers. Let's see when we run this command showrepl slash all, what will be the output. Okay, and actually I will make the AI to explain what was in the report or what was the output. So what I have done, I've already exported these results to CSV file, and I will ask the AI tool to explain it, Claude 3.5, Sonnet, and ChatGPT 4.0. So first, this is the output. Okay, as we can see here. Let's see how we can export it to a CSV file, and then we can ask the AI tools to explain it or explain the output. And I have a very special prompt to analyze log files and give a very pretty and useful report. Okay, so let's first see the command to export this output. So what we will do, we will issue the same command, but we will put slash CSV. Okay, and then we will put more or like not this one, not this one, this symbol, just wait for a moment, not this one, greater than, I think the symbol of greater than. Okay, then we will put the destination. Okay, this is a folder in my D partition, and we will name it repl summary.csv. And then let me show you all the output. If you go there and show you the output, here is the output. If you go there and open matrix final, and then we have our replication, I think, or this is diag. No, it is the replication folder, and this is the repl summary. As you can see here, this is the output. It's not organized as it should be, but you can do something like, for example, open a new Excel sheet, okay, like that, and for example, if you tell him a new blank workbook, and then tell him data, let me show you how we can organize it in a simple way. Get data from file and from CSV. Now we can go and ask it to export the data in, if you go there to the folder, here it is. Where is the folder? It is matrix final. No, I think not matrix final. I think it is in, yes, matrix final, and then we have the replication folder. Here you go, and then open this one, import. Then as you can see here, it will be organized in a very good format. If you tell him to transform data, then we will see after transforming, so it will be transformed in a table. We can after that tell him close and load. Okay, this will organize the data in a very simple way, as we can see here. Okay, if we close this one, now we have the data organized in a very simple way. We can see, for example, this is the destination DC, okay, and this is the source DC. So this is replication is done from DCSM0225 to DCSM0125. The replication or transportation was done, I think the replication was done using the RPC, number of failures 00, and the last replication was done 15 to 2024. And as we can see here, it's very simple. We can here see the data organized in a very good way, okay, and very simple, as we can see here. Very good way and very simple, okay. So this is how you can organize the data. Now we can so this is the original data. It's not organized as we can see. So we can organize it as have I shown you all. So let me do something else here. I need to uh, do something. So if we see the original data, if we didn't export it to CSV, let me show you all the original data. Okay, if you go to replication, and this is, I think, no, this is not it. This is the data, okay, showrepl, okay, this is the data in raw data, okay. When it is in CSV, it is more organized. But what if I need to analyze this data in its raw format? Let's see the prompt that I have used to analyze this data. Let me show you all the output. So first of all, I need to get my prompt. Let me get something here, Google, because I don't have the data or don't have the prompt saved. Google Studio. I think here is the Google Studio, I think. Yes, here it is, the Google Studio. So let me show you all the prompt that we will use to explain or to analyze the data. First, let me go and get where is here it is, okay. Okay, analyze, here it is. This is the format. Okay, let's get, this is the prompt that will analyze the data, okay, in a way that I can understand. So analyze the data, the following IT system logs, okay. This is the prompt, so we'll go there and ask it this prompt like that, and then attach the showrepl output. Here we go. This is it, and then we go to the replication from replication folder. Where is the replication folder? Here you go, and then this is the one that we need to analyze, and let's see if he will analyze it correctly and give us a strong report. So as we can see here, this is the analyzation of the showrepl output. As we can see here, very detailed report. Let's see the answer of ChatGPT for all concerning this output. Okay, as we can see here, this is the analyzation of the log. I think it's very, very good. Let's see if we can ask Claude to do the same to analyze this log as well. If you go there and ask it to analyze the log of the show ripple, if you go there and ask it to analyze this log, as we can see here, and let's do that. So let's see the answer of Claude here. I think it's more detailed. Let's see the answer. Okay, let's read the key observations. This is very good detailed analyzation of the showrepl output, more even better than Claude, better than ChatGPT for all. Very good. I think there's no better answer than that. Very professional. Okay, so this is very good. As you can see here, this is the output. Okay, the ripple summary CSV, the output is a little bit not as detailed as the one displayed on the screen. So we have seen the ripple summary. If we open the ripple summary, okay, if we go there and see what is the output, here is the ripple summary. Okay, when it is in CSV file, we have seen this, but the original output displayed on the screen here, it is, as we can see here, it is very detailed, inbound and outbound, okay, and KCC objects, okay, and as you can see here, one for the primary domain controller and the other for the secondary domain controller. As you can see here, this is more detailed, and we have seen the AI tools analyzing this data, which is very good, by the way. Claude have done a fantastic job in analyzing this. So if we continue working with our video, here I think I have already seen this one. I already tried to open it from outside. I have already shown you all how we can do that. So this is very simple. What we need to do here, I think yes, the same. I ask it to make it in simple. I have already shown you all how we can do that. Okay, so I think we can continue working with here is the something here. We have already talked about update sequence number. Okay, it is a unique number that is assigned to each Active Directory database that will show if there is any changes done to the database. So for example, if we have DC1 has the highest committed USN value of 1000, 10 minutes later it has changed to a value of 1056. We know that in 10 minutes there have been 56 transactions on this domain controller. So this is what we mean by the unique number. Okay, it is related to each domain controller maintains its own separate update sequence number. Okay, if we go to the slide there, okay, if we go there to the slide, and why we are talking about that, because we will talk about another command called showutdvec. This is related to the unique number. We can use this command to show the Active Directory database unique update or unique sequence numbers for the Active Directory databases on the different domain controllers. So we can know from these numbers if there is any changes that happen to this database. I will show you an example, but before that, if we go to, let me go to the, here I think uh, this is the slide. So I have seen here, I'll show you all that this is the slide. USN is a 64-bit value that assigned to each atomic update transaction. Okay, as we can see here, this is an example. If we go further uh, for a greater example, for example, here we can see, for example, this is the domain controller. Okay, this is DC, or this is the database. Okay, for the domain controller A, we have seen this is the update sequence number 1000. For DCB, we have it 2500. For example, we have created 5 new users on DCA. Now the number is changed from 1000 to 1005. So we know there is 5 new transactions. Okay, this need be to replicate it to DCB. So when we replicate it to DCB, it will be changed. Its unique number will be changed from 2500 to 2505. Okay, you modified a user on DCB, so the uniqueness you update sequence number will be changed from 2505 to 2506, and this will be replicated to DCA, so its update sequence number will be changed to 1006. Very simple example to explain the USN. Okay, they're very simple. And why we are talking about this? Because we will explain the command. This is show UTV. This is the second thing we need to explain. Show UTDVec. Let's see what it does. It displays the highest committed update sequence number that Active Directory services on the target domain controller shows as committed for itself and its transparents. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about this one. Okay, if we go there and tell it to explain, if we go further here, let's go up and up. Here you go, where need to explain this. Okay, so here it is the explanation of the command. Okay, just wait for a moment and see the answer of ChatGPT for O. Just wait for a moment. Here you go. So let's continue, guys. Let's again read the answer. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Now we will again read the answer of ChatGPT for O. Just wait for a moment. So this is the answer of ChatGPT for O. If you go to Claude and see the answer of Claude, let's go back and see that. Okay, here is the answer. So this is the answer of chat Claude 3.5. As we can see here, this is very simple why we use this command to check the latest updates. As we can see here, uh, this is also something check, or this is displays the highest committed. So we have already discussed all of these. What is this command doing? We have discussed all of these, and as we can see, this is the command. For example, if I need to, this is the domain controller, and this is the partition. I need to check the USN number for it. As we can see here, this is for the domain partition. As we can see here, these are for the 3 domain controllers. We can see the domain partition for the 3 domain controller, USN for the domain partition for the 3 domain controller. As we can see here, this is for DC3, DC1, DC2. I think here we can see this is very simple, and this is the command. This is the AD partition. It must be a distinguished name, the naming context, and this is the domain controller, and this is display the highest committed USN that ADS, the targeted on the domain controller. So this is we have also discussed this, and we have also already, this is the output. Okay, and this is a couple of things here. Before troubleshooting AD replication, you need to run the CDI. We have discussed this before, the DNS. So you need to, before troubleshooting replication through the rep admin, we need to check the DNS, because if the DNS is not working properly, it will or check or make, I think not the DNS, all of the tests related to DC diag, because this is important. Okay, so run a test on AD running this command. I think this is related to the DNS, and then you can rep admin and DC diag run either CMD or PowerShell environments. Okay, these are a couple of commands through PowerShell. You can check the replication. Replication quick review. AD replication is based on pull replication. We have discussed this terminology before. A DC will ask for change. A ring topology, we have also discussed the ring topology before. Format by KCC allow communication to 2 site Silbing or 2 DCs. 2 site Silbing, I don't know this is for the site, or 2 DCs. Inter-site replication 15 seconds by default. Inter-site 15 minutes by default. Okay, what are the major causes for replication problems? Security, Permissions, I mean network problems, communication is down, intentional disruption or hardware failure, firewall configuration, blocking of ports to communicate with Active Directory databases to replicate. Many more critical services on DC fail, okay, maybe the net login service or the DNS services. These are very, very critical for the replication. Replication topology is wrong, or you are not putting the correct DCs in the correct sites, okay. Avoiding problems, monitor health daily, monitor events and try solve problems immediately, monitor performance counters. We have seen the performance counters before. If a software install causes problem, uninstall it. If you cannot resolve the replication problem, remove AD. This is a very, very critical step or a final resort. This is not the first resort, and then reinstall it. If you need, you need to reinstall the OS and add the ADC from the beginning, ADDS. Okay, so this is something, and you can check the event logs directory services section for any problems related to the Active Directory replication. We can check the red for the errors and the yellow for the warnings. Okay. Replication failure, source or destination controller. As we can see here, this is errors related to the replication under the section of directory services. Okay, so as we can see here, these are all things we can use to check with the rep admin the replication problems. Most of these PowerShell commands have their basis in the rep admin. Rep admin validates the health and consistency of Active Directory replication. Okay, there is a couple of things. Net login. Okay, and the services of the domain controllers are registered in the DNS. We have seen this before. The net login is the one responsible for registering the domain controller services in the DNS. We have seen this before. This is for the cost. If you need to change the cost of the replication or site links, if you need to change the site link cost for the replication between sites, you can change it from here, and the replication every 15 minutes. So this is also one thing. And best practice, they should create a site topology in Active Directory that maps closely to their physical connection. And sites and services, proper configuration of your subnets. Sites is critical if you're not configured correctly. First and foremost, clients start connecting to DCs that are not logically near them on the network. This leads to increased WAN traffic and poor client performance. Event IDs from NetLogin will indicate during the past 1 hour we have been to connection to this domain controller from client machines whose IP don't map, so and so. So this will indicate an error if you are not putting the right domain controllers in the right sites. An event log will record an event by the NetLogin service. This is the location you can see the IP address of the clients. Anyway, we have also discussed the replication topology, or how the replicate is done. We have discussed this one, and we have discussed also this command. So this is like a revision or revising all of the things that we have done. So this is very, very good. If you go further and see Mr. Loeb and Del Paul video, we have discussed all of these. Okay, I've discussed all of these. Okay, we have discussed also this one. Here we see that when I try to show UTV /all, here I'm trying to get the partition. I need to get the USN for it. Here I have to try to put LDAP and then connect and then put the server. Here I can get the distinguished name for the database of the Active Directory using LDAP. You can type start, then run, then LDAP or LDP. You can get the partition name of the Active Directory database from the LDAP. We have seen how we can get this from the AD Explorer utility. Okay, so you have different tools to get the partition names for the Active Directory database. So we will see the USN for the domain partition for all of the domain controllers to see if it is updated. As we can see here, for example, we see here this is for the additional domain controller. This is the USN, and this is for the other for the primary domain controller. We see here that, okay, so here we can see this is against full DC, or this is for the primary and this is for the secondary. Okay, I think here there is they are in line, but I think here there is a couple of changes that are not replicated to the additional domain controller. So anyway, so I think I have already seen all of this. So by this video we have finished the two commands, the showrepl and the showutdvec. In the upcoming video we'll discuss another topic, how to use a PowerShell report called testmo to test the health and security of the Active Directory. This is a way to test the Active Directory health and security using PowerShell commands, and these PowerShell commands will use dcdiag and repadmin output and organize it in a good readable format and with some graphics or some diagrams. Hope this video informative for you all, and thank you all for viewing. Thank you so much.